It's going to be a very interesting battle, especially almost like this weekend. Swayze is also a senior in their combo with William Smith. I've played against both of them, and me and Johnny's working on a great combination so far, and we can only improve on what we did last weekend. We've got some good touches as individuals and good touches together. So we just want to work on our combination, focus more on our combination, and we know what they bring to the party. Swayze, Francois is a physical bloke, and even with the inside centre as well, William Smith, so he can move a bit. So for us, it's just important to make sure that we're well prepared when it comes to that, and hopefully we can have another good one under the belt. Yeah, we're not focusing on the past now. It's all about this weekend. They're a different team. There's players that hasn't been there the past 3 years, and even in our squad as well. So we're starting on a clean slate with them. We don't want to think about it too much. We know they're going to come out, especially what happened last weekend against the Jaguars. They were like 10, 15 points up with some time to go, and they feel like that game slipped away from them. So they're going to come out firing, and we know that it's not something that's going to shock us. And it's just important for us to make sure that we focus and solid ourselves, and making sure that we bring our A game. It's going to be one out of a battle up there.
What happened last year? No, look, it's important. I think if you look at World Cup stats or any competition stats, your goal kicker needs to be hitting 90% plus, and that's what Robert did on the weekend. So it obviously gives us a lot of comfort, going up there. It's always a titanic battle, and it's important that you slot your goals and get your penalties and whatever the case may be. So he'll take a huge amount of confidence from this first game, and it was an important step up for him, and and for that matter, as Kurt as well. He was involved last year, and for him, he's just relishing the opportunity to go back and up and bloom and play some good rugby. So all the boys are excited, and as long as we're clinical and we play smart rugby, I'll take a lot of comfort in that. Yeah, look, it's been a year, and you would think that, look, his girlfriend's living in Cape Town now, so he should be all right, eh? She was living up in Bloem back then, so no, look, he's fine, eh? Kurt is just very keen to get stuck in and play some rugby. Same as, like I said from the beginning, we really are, there's a good group of guys here, and there's no egos involved in our camp, and that shows in our leadership, with Joan and France and the rest of the guys, and that's how we roll. We've got to keep humble. We've got to keep our feet in the ground. We've got to work incredibly hard. And it was the first game. It was the first round. So you look at that. The Hurricanes got smacked by the Brumbies, and they've got to pick it up. You can't read too much in that first round, and we know that. We're happy with the win, and we're happy with Rob's performance. But we've got a long way to go, and we've got to work incredibly hard. And it's tough. You live in Cape Town, and there is a lot of spotlight on these players, and they must enjoy that. But they also know that they've got a huge amount of work to do, and we've still got a long way to go in this comp. Look, actually, I can't really pinpoint that, but like I'm going to back up what the captain said here, is that this is a new team, and we're going to not dwell too much on what's happened in the past. We understand, we've lost 3 years in a row there, but we're not going to go further than that. It's about us, and it's about our prep, and he's spot on, and that's all our focus is on that. We're not going to look into the reasons why we've lost too much. It's, we've got a job to do, and we've got to get on with it. Then on Damien, he is running outside. If you got here earlier on, the cameras would have seen him. He's running outside, so you'll be ready before the Lions game. That's exactly what's going to happen. They like a high tempo game. Quick lineouts, quick taps, they don't want to go from set piece to set piece. So the ball in play, I think last week was 30 odd minutes, where it certainly will be up to 40 minutes this weekend. So our conditioning is going to play a huge role. I was very happy with our second half performance, and we really looked strong, and we were finishing really strong. So look, that is a challenge going up to altitude. You are going to be tested from your conditioning perspective, but the way Steph Toy has taken the boys through this season, I'm quite comfortable that we'll be able to last the 80. The bench did do well, but I think Francois Herbert said it immediately after the game on Saturday that the guys up front laid that platform first in the first half. So, it just made it a little bit easier for them, but certainly the bench will play a role, but that's not the reason for the selections of that. It's about continuity, and also about bringing guys back, up to full speed. Yeah, look, it's going to be an interesting battle come scrum time. The Cheetahs did do well against the Jaguars, but and obviously we were quite confident in our scrum, so it will be an interesting battle up front. We got to back our processes, and we got to back our scrum, and like I've always said, we want to use the scrum, smartly. We can't be looking for those penalties all the time. We got to be able to utilise, our backs a little bit more, and I think that we got that right against the Bulls. So again, our focus is to get our scrum right. It's got to be nice and steady and stable. You don't want an unstable scrum. That's what the prep from the ref side is, all the refs, and they want a stable, scrum, and on the engagement, they want any pre-engaging or anything like that. So it's important that the ref controls that on the weekend.
Yes, I must say it was my first outing on 12 in a very long time, and me and Johnny's been putting up some extra work, and I think for myself, I think I can only build on it, and I'm looking forward to keep working in a combination with Johnny, and having a good combination with him. And I know I'm available wherever the team needs me, 12 or 13. I don't know what the future will hold or competition will hold. So it's all up to making sure that when I do get the opportunity, that I must use it. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to this weekend.
I think that I don't know if we spoke about it after the game, but certainly in the first half, our plan was to put the Bulls under a different type of pressure, and it didn't work. They actually had the upper hand in the tactical kicks, and they had the territorial advantage. So we spoke about it at halftime. We did change our tactics, and it worked in our favour. So certainly that has been a focus this week. The great thing is that we've got two plans in terms of our, we've got a plan A, plan B in terms of our tactical kicking. So, the one didn't work in the first half, but it worked in the second. So we'll definitely be able to, we've done our analysis, and hopefully plan A will work this time. No, really good. They're a great combination. And first time I think they've played together, obviously for us and at provincial level or Super Rugby level. But the contesting went really well. We put the Bulls under pressure, so well done to them in terms of their prep, and they put them under intense pressure there. But our lineouts worked effectively, and what I liked about them, they worked like they hunted in twos, the two of them. They were always together, and almost like a budding Victor Matfield, Bakkies Botha combination, where you just see them working together. They complement each other's strengths, and they're tight, and they're good mates, and hopefully it's a good partnership going forward.